Oh, hi YouTube. I have to refigure out how to position myself in my room now to film because they cut down the tree in front of my apartment and now this room gets too much sunlight. Does right here work? Maybe here, leaning on my chair. Consider here, on the cat tree. I'm just gonna settle with right here because if I sit in the middle of the room, there's 3 million degrees of sunshine blaring in my eyeballs and I can't take that. So here we are. Long time no see. TLDR, I wanted to make like one video a month, but then a bunch of stuff happened in my life and YouTube was not a priority and is still not a priority because I'm not doing this as a career move. It's just a for fun thing. And when bad stuff happens in your life, your hobbies get neglected because you get put on survival mode. And that's what I've been in for a while. But this YouTube channel is not for me to sad vlog and tell the internet everything that's going on in my life. Instead, I am going to tell the internet how I am working on my mini-me American Girl doll. This is Bubbles. She needs a new wig, repainted lips, and a new outfit. But part of her new outfit is that she's going to be matching with me, and I'm making us matching sweatshirts. What will that sweatshirt be, you ask? This style of sweatshirt, because I've always wanted one and wanted to figure out how to make one, so I came up with a plan. I have this little sweatshirt from my mini-me. I bought this sweatshirt for me. And I ordered a bunch of fabric squares from Missouri Star Quilt Company. I'm not quilting. I'm hand sewing some cutout letters onto a sweatshirt. What are they gonna do about it? Arrest me? No. So by the end of the day, Mini-Me will have a new wig, new lips, a new outfit, and I will have an outfit to match. The first order of business is to start the work on the sweatshirts because I don't know how to use a sewing machine. I don't have a sewing machine. So I'm going to be hand sewing all of these letters, and I'd like to be able to take breaks but still do something else productive. So while I'm working on the sweatshirt, if my hands get tired of sewing, I'll take a break and work on my doll. But before I can do that, I have to figure out if I'm going to be able to seam rip this little Calvin Klein logo off of the sweatshirt. So I'm gonna go find my seam ripper. Alright guys, it took me 15 minutes to get the K off. It was a lot harder than I anticipated, but went faster than I thought it would. So that's cool. After 13 more minutes, the embroidery is gone and we now have a purely blank sweatshirt. I've laid out the sweatshirts on the floor and I'm trying to decide how big to make the letters, and I'm thinking that they should be like 4 inches by 3 inches for the big sweatshirt, and then goodness, like 1 inch by 1 inch for the little sweatshirt. That feels correct. Now the harder part is deciding which swatches to use because I want to have each letter be a different color and I don't want to choose colors that are too close to each other either. That's 8 colors that I need to choose for the letters, and then the little worm is probably going to be like one of these pinks. So I should save that pink for Wormy. So this is what I'm thinking. They look really weird on camera, but they look good against this. But now I'm thinking maybe I should just choose like 5 colors and not 8 individual colors because that also leaves me more fabric to work with for later projects. This is a very hard decision. I don't know if this is gonna make any sense to anyone but me, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The options I've come up with are this one and this one. And I think that I'm leaning more towards this one. This is my sketched out W. It's about 4 by 3, like I measured. I'm gonna cut it and then go compare it to the sweatshirt and see if it's big enough. Guys, this slaps. It's definitely the right size, especially if the B is, so they're gonna be kind of close because the B will be closer to this side because I want them to be offset. BOOKORM, and like a little worm up there. Beautiful. Let's keep going. I don't know if you can see, but some of the pencil lines are still visible on this R, and I went to try to like lightly erase it, and I frayed the fabric. I forgot that that would happen if I applied too much pressure to it, so I think I'm going to just use that as a sewing line when I sew it onto the sweatshirt, because I know this is going to fray eventually, but I don't want it to start fraying before it's sewn on. Because like a little rough edge after it's sewn is fine to me, like that's not going to bother me, but if it starts unraveling and fraying before it even goes on the sweatshirt, I'm going to lose my mind. All of the letters are cut out and I'm very excited. Some of them look a little wonky, like the R looks a little funny and so does the B, but I don't feel like wasting fabric to fix it because I think this is probably going to be the best that I do. The little one looks perfect, honestly. Like I love it except for this little accidental notch on the K. But I'm really excited that this was my first attempt and this is how it came out, because I think it looks great personally, and it's mine, so my opinion is the only one that matters. But now it's time for me to go through my embroidery thread and pick, I guess, like a white or a pink, and get sewing. I've gotten 4 letters done on the mini sweatshirt, and you know, halfway through this letter O, I remembered that fray check exists, and I could have put it around the letters to keep them from going, but I didn't. So I'm not going to for the rest of the mini sweatshirt, but I'm definitely going to do that to the letters on the big sweatshirt because I don't want them to completely unravel. As well as it's making it hard to sew the edges. Isn't this so cute? I finished all the letters and obviously they're fraying. They started fraying as I was sewing, but honestly I think it just makes it look like, I don't know, just really cute. I like unfinished stuff and rough stuff. I'm trying to decide whether I want to cross stitch or embroider a worm with thread or actually sew on a worm patch. So I'm going to wait until after I finish the big sweatshirt so they can be the same. Taking a break to re-wig bubbles. And the first thing I'm gonna do is see how much I can just pull up with just my fingers. I also have a spoon to help me pry this off if need be. But when I did the glue for this, I just used tacky glue and didn't glue it like an insane amount. So I'm hoping that this should be pretty easy to take off. Aha! There we go. See? It just... Oh no! She's bald! And she's terrorizing people that have hair! I don't actually know how that goes. I just vaguely remember it. Anyways, I'm going to take just my plain nail polish remover and a Q-tip and take off her lipstick real quick. And I'm going to do my very best to try not to take her teeth off. Because if I get her teeth off, I don't know how to repaint teeth. I've seen people do it, but it sounds hard. So we're just gonna... This is, why am I getting closer? Get her closer. She has a teeny tiny red line in between her teeth. But that's as close as I'm gonna go because I do not want to risk messing up her teeth because I am not trying to sit here and repaint her teeth today. Also, it looks like it's gonna storm. So if you start hearing rain while I'm filming, it's storming. Okay, I'm going to be mixing rosy beige and hydrangea pink, and maybe, wow, I just conked her in the face. A tiny bit of fire red to try to create like a lip color. If it looks too like bright pink, I might have some brown that I can put in to make it more of like a nude tone, but I feel like this will work. I think this is the color that I'm gonna go with. I think it's as close to like a natural color as I'm gonna get with the paint that I have. So I'm gonna go in with, oh, I paint on my fingers now. An even tinier brush. And start painting. I can't quite get it smooth, but here's her lips. I can't tell if it's showing up on the film or not. So, sitting here, I decided that I'm gonna pierce her ears. I think I can pierce her ears successfully because I actively like make things into charms to make jewelry because I make jewelry. And I've done it successfully to other vinyl and plastic. So I think I can do this. I'm being safe about it. I've got gloves. They're gardening gloves, but I use them when I do this. Safety pin, a lighter, and her. So I'm gonna pierce her ears real quick. If you're a minor, don't copy me. Don't do this. Only if you're another like adult who can make their own choices and decisions in life. Ta-da! She has pierced ears. And I put a pair of earrings in that I don't wear very often. They're just cute little bows. I think they suit her. I also think that her lips are too purple. So I think I might have to mix up another potion and try again with her lips. She's more pink now. Not the perfect tone, but this is the best I'm gonna do. I think it looks pretty. I'm gonna let it dry and do some more sewing, and then I'll come back and seal it with like a glossy Mod Podge. Hello, it's the next day and it's time to do her wig. If you've never done a wig before, I can be a tutorial, but don't exactly trust me. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put tacky glue around her hairline, and then all over her scalp, and then I'm gonna fit the wig and just squish it down until I think it's dry enough. as I was placing her wig, I realized I actually overglued. Her wig cap doesn't go all the way to her hairline on the back or like sides of the wigs. So you can see like there's excess tacky glue. I had to grab a washcloth and kind of wipe it off on the back of her head. But luckily it's glue. I can wash it off. Once it dries, I'm going to brush out her hair and get it a little wet and try to brush out the teeny tiny clumps of glue. But for right now, it's placed and I'm gonna let it sit and dry. Hello, hi, how are ya? This is the finished sweatshirt. It's so cute. And this is Mini Me and her sweatshirt. We've got matching sweatshirts, matching pink flare jeans, and we look adorable. The wig that she's wearing is, I think, the like Summer McKinney Girl of the Year wig. I saw it on eBay when I was looking for wigs, and I thought it was the perfect blend of my natural color, strawberry blonde, and the color my hair is now, which is pink, so that she's my natural color and my chosen hair color. She looks perfect now. I need to get her like a pair of glasses that match mine, but we're twins. Hope you enjoyed the video, I guess. This is what the little worm ended up looking like. Yeah, and I ended up putting fray check on all of the letters so that they wouldn't fray any more than they have, and they'd stay just looking like a little messy without getting worse. It only took me a day and a half to finish, so. Okay, love you, bye.